Alright guys, Forsaken just got into more problems, with a Roblox game straight up ripping it off. There's been a loss of passion lately, and a lot to talk about. Let's get into it. So there was this modded version of Forsaken called Sandbox that has recently returned after previously being taken off Roblox. As of now, there have been a bunch of complaints from players about how many microtransactions the game has that you can buy. They also have a donation wall asking players to donate if they want the next update to come out quicker. The game has anywhere from 200 to 1,000 players every day, and with all of these extra game passes that cost Robux, plus premium members giving them additional revenue just by playing for more than 10 minutes, it's clear they're making a decent amount. People are also annoyed because they distrustfully steal assets from other Roblox games like Outcome Memories. Every time their donation bar reaches the goal, it just keeps increasing, and the update ends up being something like an unfinished killer with 2 abilities. There's a new owner for Sandbox who seems to be adding all of these game passes, including a scam one called Removed Skins, which are already in the normal shop. So don't buy them. Players are frustrated that Forsaken isn't doing more about it and claim the game only gets taken down when it affects Forsaken's income. Some even say Sandbox has had over 3,000 players consistently and has likely made way more than just donations. Someone from the Forsaken team responded, saying they've already requested for it to be taken down, but the process is long and it's inevitable that copies will keep appearing. These copies are easy to roipload, and people can avoid consequences just by making new accounts. Sandbox adds a lot of custom content, like new survivors and killers, and lets players experience everything in Forsaken for free, even hidden content. However, they are still using stolen assets from Forsaken, so Forsaken does have the right to take it down. What do you think should be done about this game? So, over the last year, Forsaken has had a change in art direction, moving away from the heavy horror theme and then slowly bringing it back. There was a big post about the supposed loss of passion, mainly because of the switch from the old drawn artwork to using Robloxian-style game models in the new banners and update art. Also, if you want to stay ahead of news-related content, hit like and subscribe. I'll keep these coming fast. A lot of people didn't really understand why they changed from drawings to 3D renders. Some dislike how the old banners are being replaced with new ones that feel like they have way too much going on, while others actually prefer the cleaner 3D look. Then there are people saying it's illegal to ask for 3D renders for a game thumbnail, which is just complaining for the sake of it. At the end of the day, you either prefer a detailed hand-drawn banner or the model-based one that some people call soulless. However, many still point out that the older art was perfect, and since the icon is still being done by Enadarin, it's not impossible for that style to return in the future. The argument that there's no passion anymore feels a bit over the top. There are still people working on the game passionately, so saying that just comes off as rude and discouraging. Is Forsaken actually losing passion?
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
In the same update, the Krampus Sixer skin was also released. It has no custom animations, but it does include a chase theme. However, many players still think it looks awful. Meanwhile, during the Masquerade event, the Screamer skin was released as the final reward. That skin had a custom intro and some custom animations. Some players now argue that even the Screamer skin was better than the Krampus skin. Some fans believe the overall quality of these skins dropped and that they now feel rushed. We actually have speedrunners searching up the weird side of Forsaken to see how fast it comes up on TikTok, and it only took 6 seconds to find the sus. Some even suggested searching up Pillar Chase, which at first seems fairly normal and about the actual game, but in reality, it's bait making fun of Forsaken to show they have a better and less weird fandom. Even searching up Forsaken character shows some very disturbing images of bloated. This stuff really needs to be deleted and banned from TikTok. But then, a lot of comments said that people claiming Forsaken isn't bad. It's just the fandom shouldn't talk, saying it's not true that it's only the fandom and not the players. Then again, some of the players, like we saw earlier with the cosplayer, can make the fandom look much worse. Some defended why this only happens to Forsaken compared to other fandoms, saying it's literally because it's Forsaken, but others pointed out it happens in games like Minecraft or Fortnite too. The difference is, when you search those up, you mostly see edits or simple clips, but with the Forsaken fandom, it's just weird. With that, some were saying not even Dandy's World is as bad as this, though that fandom has its own issues too. It's insane that none of this content gets taken down and is still fully running on TikTok. There seriously needs to be a change on the platform.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
So there is this big Forsaken News account on Twitter called Forsaken News, and it's run by someone called Solar_Room. They recently posted a tweet about Black History Month, celebrating and honoring 100 years of the influence and achievements of Black individuals and communities across the world. However, the post ended up receiving a lot of backlash, mainly because of the render that was used. Some people questioned why Veronica was included in the render, but back in October 2025, there was a semi-official human design of V that was made, and Hitoko even reposted it. So it wasn't completely random. There was also confusion surrounding an upcoming killer in the render, Doombringer. Through his milestone concepts, Doombringer has been portrayed as a person of color, and it seems those milestones are already being worked on. However, this led to more backlash because some people connected Doombringer to his creator, who was white. Others pointed out that the original Roblox avatar was yellow, arguing that it didn't make sense for Doombringer to be black. Another point of criticism was the 035 Noli skin being included. Some people called it out because the mask is pale white, but SCP-035 is just the mask itself, and it simply possesses a random person. In the render, that person happened to be a person of color. A lot of people didn't seem to realize that Solar isn't part of the Forsaken dev team and was simply running a fan news account. Some felt that the negativity ruined something that was meant to be positive and celebratory. Did this situation really need to become such a massive issue? So something very unfortunate is going to happen to the Die of Death collab. As of recently, Sosfi, the owner of DOD, has decided to remove all future Forsaken content from DOD, including the upcoming Cool Carnival map in DOD and even the Nulliful skin, with the Glass Houses map have been scrapped and are no longer coming in their new update. However, the current DOD content already in Forsaken, such as Devesto, Artful, Pursuer, and Loveshot Chance skins, will remain in the game. The Loveshot Chance skin badge, which you earn by pushing objects on the Glass Houses map in DOD, will no longer be obtainable. This means that players who already have it now own a limited skin. Skins that Alexis Funny worked on, like Mekwit and even the Harkin skin, will not be coming anytime soon unless circumstances with Forsaken improve. The Harkin skin was previously hinted at by Alexis Funny during a Discord stage, where Mekwit and other DOD skins were discussed as potential additions, but now that seems unlikely. Some people are saying this was the right move, pulling permissions from DOD content until Forsaken fixes up, but who knows how long that will take. So Forsaken still has problems it needs to fix to improve the game. What do you think should be done to stop this? Subscribe and hit the bell for more Forsakening it.